My father was a doctor, an obstetrician and gynecologist, and he found out that he had prostate cancer at age 70. So he went on this experimental hormone treatment, and it kept the cancer at bay for 7 years. And he died in 1996. Knowing that, I started getting my PSA testing at age 40. I had wrist surgery in December of 2010, and I had had a physical 6 months prior to that. I had my right wrist partially fused from years of playing basketball and from playing tennis. I had to get a pre-op done, and I decided to make it a physical. And I find out that my PSA has jumped from my urologist, Dr. Aaron.
So the first question was, should we do a biopsy? And that depended on what would we do if we found a cancer. And he's a healthy guy, he's an active guy, he has good life expectancy. And so we said, if you have prostate cancer, there's a lot that we can do, and you should be treated. So we went ahead and we did the biopsies.
When you hear the words cancer for the first time, your ears go deaf. It really is something when you start thinking in terms of your own limited mortality. It's one thing to know someone who is close to you that has died, that's a friend. It's another thing to have a relative die, and it's a whole nother dimension when you yourself now have to face, this is something that could kill me. My first reaction was, let me get this sickness out of me, just cut it out, let's do surgery right away. And Dr. Aaron's comment was, well, you can do that, but I think you ought to have full information.
Good medical treatment is all about choices, about being informed, about knowing what options are available, what the side effects are, what the benefits are, and the only way to intelligently do that is to have the people that specialize in those modalities inform the patient.
I came to the conclusion that rather than doing the surgery, that I would do what's called a triple threat, which is basically a combination of hormones, radiation, and then the implantation of radioactive seeds. The result of all of that was that in November I had my PSA taken again, and it had dropped from the upper 4 level down to 0.1. Now that doesn't mean that I'm cancer free. I'm well on my way, but I still have to be monitored for a period of time, 3 months at a time. Shady Grove was definitely in my corner, and I'm very appreciative of all the care, exceptional care that they gave me.